Yeah, so good noon, everyone. Welcome to Nifty Bank Nifty live analysis. Now, what we saw after the budget, there was a fall and then there was a quick recovery which came in. Now, this basically shows that a lot of amount of shorts are basically built into the system and they will get trapped. And that's why even today, Bank Nifty or Nifty has opened gap up. Now, the most important part over here is after opening gap up, they have still sustained. So that's most important thing. And mostly for this expiry, chances are much higher for an upside expiry rather than downside. But there can be a reversal coming towards the yesterday's close or yesterday's high zone. So let's first try to see how Nifty has behaved from the morning, and then we try to bring in our OI data to understand the important zone of reversal or breakout, if so. So today's low is very, very important. The reason is it went up, came back to the low, and then again we can see good amount of recovery came in from the low itself. So somewhere around 17,650 or 17,600, this zone will be very, very important support zone for Nifty. So 650 to 660 kind of zone is a good support zone. That's today's morning low which was there. Now it went up all the way. We can see some bit of selling has come somewhere around 770 kind of area. It went down again. He tried to push up again. He's trying to come down. So this will be a good resistance zone on the higher side. So somewhere around the 770 to almost 800 will be a good resistance zone for Nifty. Now, if we try to bring in the OI data to understand whether the OI is also there on the upper end or not. Now, main idea over here is also to understand the structure. Now, here it is kind of forming our trend structure, so to speak, and it has broken the trend line on the downside, trying to retest and again coming back down. The most important thing is to understand that right in the morning, we can see that there has been a reversal and then it is trying to sustain above that reversal point. So the most important thing is there was a kind of breakout which basically took place from this zone. Correct? Here if you see price came down, went up, again sustained sideways, did a breakout, came back, and again he's trying to test, going up, again he's trying to test. So this is like a good zone. If this is not being broken out, then downside is very, very risky. Okay, so one thing is very clear, good breakout has happened, decent breakout has happened, and we can say that this zone will be a crucial zone for Nifty for downside. So if I'm looking for downside, I have to be very clear that it has to go below 720 or so for downside. Otherwise, it will not go on the downside format. Now, the main idea over here, after the today's low, it has done a bounce back. It has sustained and again it has tried to go up. So this zone, even after it gets broken out, it can come down to today's low. So that's very, very important to basically understand. Well, now let's bring in the OI data. So from the OI data, we can understand whether there was good amount of support or resistance or not on the higher end. So this is the 3rd Feb expiry OTM options. 17,700 is where Nifty is, and that's where the maximum OI is there, plus 17,600. That's why I do not see Nifty going down, and even if it goes down, there will be a spike of buying which can come through at the lower end. So 17,700 is very, very critical. Unless that is not breached, I don't think Nifty will go down. And if I see in the last 2 hours, the same concept can be seen. The OI is basically built up around 700 and 600 zone. So one thing is very clear, this 17,700. So we can bring in this kind of support around this 700 to somewhere around the 700 to 730 kind of zone is very, very critical. So no, taking a sell trade today will be risky because we can see good amount of support is there and it can give us a breakout on the upside. Now, if you want to take a breakout on the upside, then obviously it has to cross the day high and we have to see that if it forms our structure for the breakout or not. So we need to see, okay, fine. He's trying to go up. Again, he tries to come down. Again, he tries to go up. And once it takes out 760, we can go for an upside trade. But since it is a gap up and it has zoomed too much, I do not see a very clean breakout to happen on Nifty. So kind of sideways move, even downside is limited, upside can also be limited. So not a very clear idea for today, at least on Nifty side. Now let's go out and check if anything is there on Bank Nifty. If I try to see Bank Nifty after opening gap up, now this was a very good structure where we discussed in the budget as well. The good amount of breakout took place. It went higher and today also it has not come back to day's low. So Bank Nifty is on a solid wicket and it went higher. Again, it came down. Again, we can see from this zone, again, the rally of upside has started. but here you have DATR, you have monthly resistance. So there is some kind of resistance at the top. Now I want to see through the option data, if we have some resistance through the option data, what kind of support is there at the lower end. If it is not there, then we can look for reversal on Bank Nifty, because that seems to be having a good run up on the top and the reversal can come through. Now the most important market is trading somewhere around 39,200, and there is huge support at 39,000. So the most important point is 39,000. If I see the last 2 hours, we can see 39,200 and 39,000. So 39,200 is the most important zone. Now it can break that and it can go all the way down. If it does not break that, it can come all the way down to 39,000. So 200 point of downside is quite possible in Bank Nifty. Let's go out and check. So one thing has become very clear, 39,000 is an important zone of support. So that's number one. Number two, we can clearly see on the upside 39,200 and 300. So this zone where it has kind of reversed from the top any which ways, this is your entire selling zone or kind of good congestion zone. So Bank Nifty, if it doesn't go above this zone, I do not see Bank Nifty will go on the higher. So 200 to 300 is an important resistance zone for Bank Nifty. So through the OI data, we are now very clear that yes, there has been a good upward move and there is a good amount of OI at 39,200 and it can drop all the way towards 39,000. But the most important part, if it breaks this entire zone, then it is very clear that it can even go higher on the upside, crossing 300 to almost 39,500. But the only problem is this becomes a risky trade today to take. The reason is gap up. After the gap up, sharp up move has already taken place. So trying to take a 100 point or 150 point move can become a risky from risk reward perspective. And if you try to go for sell trade, if you want to go for a sell trade, then you have to be very, very careful, because some bit of spikes will come from this area where you're continuously seeing the buying has come, and then again here he's trying to inch on the higher side, maybe towards the end of the session, that's like 2 o'clock or 2:30, we can see a sharp down move can come towards 39,000. So on Bank Nifty, I will try to take the reversal bet, not as of now. I will try to wait out for another hour, and what I exactly want in that hour is a lot of congestion happening in the same vicinity. So he's trying to go up around this 200 to 250 zone, and then if it breaks down, then I will take a sell trade, because I know that risk reward will be good. 300 keeping as a stop loss, I can get all the way towards 39,000. So that's the idea for Bank Nifty, catching the reversal for Bank Nifty if it does not sustain above 39,200. A few stocks we can see. So one is the HDFC and HDFC Bank, and we can clearly see, if you see on the 15-minute chart, there is a good move on HDFC. Even after gap up, we can see there has been a lot of resistance as the red band is there, and the prices have not gone beyond that. So unless 2610 is not taken out, the red band is not taken out by HDFC, there is no upside in HDFC. In HDFC Bank, we can clearly see there has been a good stride on the upside after a good move of correction. We can clearly see after gap up and up move is taking place in HDFC, and that's why we can see there has been a lot of strength in Bank Nifty too, as it has taken out and it has been making new highs continuously. So HDFC is on a strong foothold, but HDFC Bank is on strong foothold, but HDFC kind of has limited action on the upside. And there was another stock which was asked, Tata Motors. Now, if I see on Tata Motors, the first thing you need to understand, there is a red band right at 512, 513 kind of zone. So unless this is not breached, there will not be any upside. Okay, and then it can come down also towards the 503 zone and also towards 500. So I see more of downside in Tata Motor rather than upside. Upside is only after 512, 530. So once it takes out, you can have a good upside, at least towards 520 zone is quite possible. But as per today's structure, it seems very difficult, because it should have sustained towards the red band, which is not. Either it will open gap up around the zone and zoom higher, or we can see it going down all the way towards 502 or 500. Great. So that's it for today. Let's try to see if Bank Nifty kind of moves above 39,200. And if it moves or sustain above 39,200, then obviously you can take a breakout trade, but I'm not interested on the upside. I'm interested on downside, but I will wait out for more consolidation, sideways activity to happen, or preferably what I would require if I want a clean reversal. I always look out for some unique pointer, which is one of those can be like this, where it basically goes a little sideways and it makes a new high and then sharply does the reversal. Okay, so I will basically look out for that if I want to catch today's reversal. So thank you very much for watching. Okay, please like and subscribe to our channel so you get instant notification. Do share it with your colleagues and friends so that they also get promptly updated about how to analyze Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the core OI, how to decide those as support and resistance. Thank you very much, and we connect again tomorrow.